Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights Endfield reaction. Today we have Snapshot, or Gilberta's song, as requested by no one. I just know that this one was done by Gubman, and it's been a while since I've heard something from the man, the myth, the legend himself, so I want to hear something that he's done recently, and this is gonna be it. I'm also more nervous about this one than usual because I started putting more, like, music theory knowledge stuff in the post-reaction section, and I'm sure he's probably gonna end up seeing this, and if I get any of that wrong, he's gonna eat me alive in the kindest way possible, but it still makes me nervous. So I guess without further ado, let's go!
Everything in this world feels as fragmented as the patterns of a feather.
I didn't expect the talking.
But feathers don't taste like cherry chopstick.
Valid observation. Okay, this is where we're going. Oh yeah, I'm already invested.
Colors shine, rainbow hues make me giggle in the mirror. It's like magic when they're here.
We vibe in here.
Is woven like a web, resonating through my head in countless echoes. I can find a focus in my memory. Take a snapshot, snapshot.
I mean, the vibes are immaculate. Hell yeah, Adam. I would call this a guilty pleasure genre, but there's nothing guilty about it. Love the horns in here. Ooh. Jumping back in. I love how tight that kick is. Oh, it's so good. There's like really no tail in there for that kick. It's all punch. Man, that fill was nasty. I love the fills. I mean, come on, right? Love that half step down. I love songs that just force you to groove. I knew that's how he was going to end it too. You can't end a song like this any other way. Adam, I'm going to find you. This took me so long to piece together. I haven't spent much time in D flat, but I had to, and I had to figure out what the hell was going on here. Plenty of fun, as you would expect from Adam, somebody who's extremely comfortable with things like music theory and is able to play around in that playground completely carefree, doesn't give a shit, steals all of the sidewalk chalk, doesn't let anyone else have anymore. That's Adam's whole thing, and this song had a lot of fun movement, but also Jesus Christ, I've been here for close to an hour just trying to figure this out. This was like a completely new section of music theory that I really haven't touched on myself much and had to learn a lot quick. So if I mess anything up here, I apologize in advance. I'll do my best in general, but at the same time, I'm guaranteeing I'll probably miss a detail or two. The first thing I was noticing was how much I think that Adam was throwing in sevenths in here. And for those who don't know what sevenths are, it's literally just an extra third of the triad above. So if that is A flat, which it is, a seventh on that would be just adding that extra note up there. That would be an F flat, I suppose. Yeah, not sharp. I'm so used to like using sharps. That's why this confused me so much. C sharp is the enharmonic equivalent to this, meaning it has the same notes. It's just notated differently. So for nerd speak adjacent, that basically means same notes written differently on the page. And that's more what I'm comfortable with, even though by far it is a less efficient key. It's just what I've circled around a little bit more often in my own studies. So learning this is definitely weird because it's called something slightly different in a different key. But adding sevenths is pretty standard. That's something you always do just to give the song a little bit more lift. The chord in general, you know, it's okay, yeah, sure, whatever, but then you add that seventh, and now you have this like note up here that kind of hangs on and allows the structure of the chord progression to expand upon itself and allows for a little bit more flex between how you connect to those chords together. And for those of you who heard that and you're like, why does that sound kind of familiar? That, you know, that's the starting chord for Happy Birthday. There you go. Just like every note in there is used for Happy Birthday in the most common variations of it. Just a little, you know, nugget of information there for you. But again, what the hell are you doing here, Adam? Every single time Adam makes a piece, I'm like, man, this sounds gorgeous. Why? Because he's just shedding all over it. He's putting his whole effort into every single song and basically making everything, in my opinion, harder for himself, but at the same time allowing for so much more growth in the music. That's exactly why things like sevenths exist. It just adds to it. And since we were on the whole A flat thing, I want to move to just the A, which is also in here, which is that. And there is a relationship with this that works for that step down sequence. I really like that half step down, that dun, 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 dun. I really like how that was done. But also one of the chords in here explains more why this key is confusing to me, which is this. That is an E. In this key, that's an F flat. That is very confusing to anybody who's new to music theory, much like myself. So I'm sitting here like, what the hell? And specifically, a seventh, I believe, is also on that one. So it's just like, come on, man. There's just so much of that. But it takes it from that E there, that if I add the seventh in there as well, it would go down to the A major, which might sound weird. That's like, that's quite the jump here to go from that to this. Which you might be like, why does that matter? What relationship does that have with that step down? It's literally a step down. Starts on the E, goes down to the D flat, just literally a half step each. And the reason that this works out is because the A has that in there. So if we're talking about, there's the A. So you start on that E, you have that note here on the E, and then it just goes, and now we're down there at the A. Fucking love that. It's just a pain in the ass because of how the chord structures work and how keys function. It's confusing to me as somebody who's trying to figure all this out and work it all out. It's not that it's wrong, it's just that Adam is better than me. Who would have fucking guessed? And honestly, a lot of this song does circle around the relationship of that F flat, which is still weird to me. I still want to call it an E, and that A major. But also, of course, that A flat in there as well, with that seventh on there. So put that with the seventh up here, and you can kind of hear how those fit together in the progression. And pretty much the whole song can cycle around that E and that A major, but also a little bit of G flat in there too, which also in itself is pretty much always a seventh from what I can figure out. So you add that extra note in there. And once again, we have this nice relationship between this chord and that A flat major with that seventh on there. So it just kind of works out. This is actually a G sharp seventh as well. So it kind of matches why you would have a similar energy for this one. Either way, it is a beautiful song. There's plenty going on here, but also this is one of those songs, if you couldn't tell by me trying to figure out how to explain all of this, that is like above my musical theory knowledge to a point where I had to put in the effort to even try to get close. And I'm sure that Adam is going to correct me on some stuff because I can almost guarantee I'm a little bit off on some of this. And now to get away from the nerdy stuff, just talking about why I enjoy this song so much, I love everything that this was doing as far as just, again, the genre. I love this like dance pop, funky, like New Jack sort of sound. And for those of you who are listening and going like, why does some of this sound familiar? If you've ever heard Bruno Mars's Finesse, exact same line of thinking, basically, as far as the production goes. Lots of the same samples, even down to that snare, getting that like super poppy, cracky snare in there. Fucking great. I love that snare. Just really responsive. It sounds so good. I've always adored this genre. When Finesse came out, I was on that shit for weeks. This song, I love it. The vocalist did an amazing job here. It was actually kind of weird hearing a female vocalist on a song like this because I'm so used to hearing male vocalists on this genre. And it's not like they don't exist. It's just a lot more common from what I've heard to have male vocalists on this sort of a sound. And I love what they did with her voice. It sounds so perfectly airy. She has like a jazzy airiness to her voice that just slides itself right in there. It fucking fits just perfectly. I have no notes about that. Brilliant pick, brilliant performance. And I swear he might have lifted some of the inspiration, at least from the fills from Finesse itself, but also it is a very sample heavy genre type. So it's possible he just listened to a bunch of funk stuff and used some of those, which would totally track as well. But God, they just feel so good whenever they show up, just like bop, ba-da, bop, ba-da, bop. Oh. I mean, obviously as a drummer, I can't be anything but excited about that sort of thing. It just fits so good. It just slides into the genre. I mean, Adam fucking nailing it yet again with the sound here. I love how this has this bridge of almost sounding a little bit like 80s pop as well as this dance pop sound. I think he went a little bit more retro with it than I'm used to hearing from like more new age styles of this, but that is so chill. I fucking love it. It just makes it feel a little bit more soft, you know, which again works out really well. The vocalist helps out with that too. It just, oh, God damn, it's so good. Adam, it's been too long since I've heard a song from you, and every single time I get back to hearing another one, I'm like, bro, can you stop putting out bangers every time, but also never stop what you're doing? I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more. I fucking love this, and I really hope I got most of the music theory stuff correct, but by all means, if you happen to see this, please correct me down below. I need to learn at some point anyway, so if there is something off, tell me what's up. But I think that'll be it for me yapping on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song you want me to get to from Endfield or the original Arknights, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!